Comic Jumper video walkthrough for ArmageddonGaming.com. So this is the first comic you will be going into to start getting your comic back.
Krognak the Barbarian.
Close.
Oh.
This one is the fantasy one, I believe. So this is where they teach you to use the Twisted Pixel Help Me thing. You actually can use it. That tutorial you get is different. Like the first time I played through this, I got it in the first level, the prologue. I'm not gonna use it because you get more cash if you don't use it. So only use it if you absolutely need to. This is another section where you just gotta kill all the enemies that come in this panel. You see that guy's throwing golf balls. That is the equivalent of the dynamite in this level that sends fire to both sides of you.
Are you shooting darts, or are those silenced weapons?
Yeah, because you know, they're darts because there's a cutscene before this where you actually shoot your actual guns at a dude, and it kills him. Like, I guess in your comic book it didn't actually kill him, it just brought him to another issue or something like that. But in this comic book it actually kills him, and you get yelled at for it by the lady who you're helping in this comic.
Pixel?
Pixel?
I don't know. It's a... Oh, I don't know. I'm asking you, is that her name?
No. I don't remember her name. But there's gonna be birds in this level now. There's gonna be kind of like mini bosses here. You're gonna fight your first one. It's crazy easy. There's only one section here in this level, or in this comic book. It might actually be in the second video where these guys really are no good because you gotta run across a bridge and there's no way you can't get hit. But for now, just jump on this rope up here. It's kind of hard to see the rope, so you might miss it if you don't know what's there. But just shoot at him, and then he'll come below you and he'll get ready to jump up. And then when he jumps up, just jump to either side and keep shooting at him and rinse and repeat. And here is kind of like the section where you're gonna notice very repetitive enemy spawns. Once again, don't let them surround you. Try to get on one side of all of them. But if you keep moving forward here, you will get outnumbered heavily. So don't just keep running forward. For this part, you gotta kind of jump over them, and then jump on up here. Now they're throwing chickens at you. You see these like little slingshot guys? They throw chickens at you. You can shoot the chickens right out of the sky. It's very easy.
Oh, this game is not right. Chicken is so good.
Did you hear what the star said?
No.
He said, "You can throw the chickens right into my mouth. Original recipe, please." So you're still moving. There's no rope to really hang on for that mini boss part, but standing up here just does the same thing, except you gotta run to the sides. Moving on, there's just a couple more of these tribal guys.
Ugh, tribals.
Tribals. Get your double barrel going.
How do they take so much damage? They're not wearing any armor.
These guys don't take much damage at all.
No, good. Like proper tribals.
So at the end of this video is where you're going to see, or actually coming up right now is where you're going to see the first section where you got to do something, I think without getting hit, for the extra cash. But the end of this video is the first time you'll see me buy upgrades. I will be putting upgrades at the end of every video after I finish a level. For this, you got to not get hit. I actually get hit, but it's at the very, very end, and it was a very stupid mistake. It was just like I was a little too close to one thing, and it hit me.
Did you want to retry?
I actually retried this a few times, but it was like once you see how close to the end it was and what kind of a mistake it wasn't exactly worth it. You'll just be a little further up the upgrade tree than I will be, I guess. But just kind of follow the path I take. It might take you a few tries as well, and the only way to restart is to actually get yourself killed. There's no retry checkpoint.
This seems like a lot to manage.
So yeah, I got hit right there. That was a mistake. But right now you'd be getting your money.
Monies.
Monies. You get about $3,000 each time.
I like money.
And the only control you have here, aside from shooting with the right stick and trigger, is like slowing down, speeding up, or moving them from side to side depending on what perspective you're looking at, just to kind of dodge. So these guys are all throwing chickens at you. Just make sure you shoot the chickens out of the sky. It's the only attack they're going to be able to do to you right now. Sometimes they'll have these sequences where these guys will be here and there'll be guys running at you, but we don't got to worry about that for now. Now just shoot the chickens right out of the sky.
Should use like a flamethrower for those chickens.
With original recipe built in.
Oh man.
The seasoning built in.
Making me want to go to KFC.
A couple of guys to your sides here, but you're still moving. Just do your best to take them out.
So it was just that sliding part for the money, not
yeah,
this whole
once you
thing?
literally the second you get off that sliding part. You know how it showed the $0 sign as I lost it?
No, I didn't see that.
No. Well, literally as I finished, it would have. As I got hit, it should have popped up. Chickens make little groans when you kill them.
Yeah, I hear them.
So this is like you're gonna go into a few of these sections throughout the game where it switches perspectives on you. It's pretty cool. They don't do it enough to the point where it gets old, but they do it enough where it's fun. And now you're back to your standard controls, and you're just moving ahead. Now the way this game works is there's 3 different comics aside from your own personal comic. And oh, this is another guy you gotta jump over, by the way. But I didn't make it right. But each comic has 3 issues you gotta fight through to fix the plot. So this is the first issue of this. We'll be doing the second one in the next video and the third one in the third video.
So would you say that like each issue is around like 15 minutes each?
Yeah, they actually have. It's about that, depending on how good you are. There actually is par times, and most of the par times are between 12 and 14 minutes for this issue. Another thing I should point out is that running into the people who throw stuff, running into anybody actually does not cause damage, but if they hit you one of these, it's easier for them to hit you when you're that close to them. But I could run right through that dude right there and I wouldn't get hurt. But some people have melee attacks.
You mean run right through him?
Like you see these guys running at me with melee attacks?
Yeah, like you could run into them.
I could run into them and you just keep going through them and nothing really happens.
What is that like? Does that kill them or you just barrel them over?
You just move through them. It doesn't kill them. But the ones with melee attacks can hurt you. Like if they swing at you and hit you while you're running through them, that'll hurt. So there's 2 sections you can hop on here. You can see me jumping across them. This is just a good spot to stand. Just jump back and forth across the gap.
So those squares on the ground, that's the gap.
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate representation, actually.
All right.
There's gonna be a second one you fight here. You gotta kind of run forward to trigger him.
No. Bad dinosaur.
That's like a dinosaur tiger.
Tigersaur.
Yeah, dino-ger. We're actually almost done this issue. If I don't put an upgrades thing at the end, that means I didn't buy any. By the way, I should mention that. This is the section where no, this isn't the section. This is a pretty tricky section though. There's constantly dudes spawning on both sides of you, so it's pretty hard to get on one side of all of them.
Oh, you're not doing so good.
No, I'm getting kind of roughed up here, but it's all good. Once you get to the end of the bridge, they'll stop coming in the waves of enemies like they were. Watch out for the birds. They're pretty hard. The birds are the ones in this level who will cling on to you. And this is another readership bonus. This is one I get. Just take this part slow. Aside from these guys throwing stuff at you, you're just gonna have to watch out for some birds coming in the sides, which die in like one shot.
I've been digging to the wall with my own hands. Oh, Gerda better be charging extra for this.
Listen to what they say. They're talking about like manicures and pedicures and stuff.
No. So you're just climbing up this one wall here, or you have to jump to another wall, or?
No, just climbing up this one wall here. Once you get to the top, it's all set. But you just gotta kind of take it slow like this and keep moving down to avoid those projectiles. And once you reach the top without getting hit, you get your extra $3 grand, which is a nice start to your upgrades. So this user $3,000 just got $3 grand.
Hooray!
A couple of these birds coming in. This level's about done. There's just one more little section left. This is the section with the tigers I was talking about.
Tigersaurs.
Tigersaurs. It's damn near impossible not to get hit here.
Have less than 75% power. You seem
If you can get him to jump like that, it's good, but it's hard to do. There's gonna be another one coming too. Pretty sure this one it's just better off running past him. I'm trying to get him to like do that little attack at me.
He's roughing you up.
Yeah, this is definitely a rough section. Got really close to finishing me off there. But once you do that, that's the end of this level. You'll see my upgrades. The main upgrades we're going to stick to is health and damage, unless that I only have that little money. I think in this one I buy the slide upgrade just because I had the extra money. By buying these upgrades, you got to go to Winkelmeister's bench, something like that. Get your health, and then I think I get a damage.
Anything else me can get you?